Spell, Doge, Bonk, Floki, and Toshi 10x. I say 10x because apparently saying numbers gets the most views with the algorithm. This is NC Hammer Crypto. My name's Neil, where we keep technical analysis short and sweet. And we're actually looking at Spell today, which is actually looking better and better as the days go on. But when we're looking at Spell, I'm using this indicator for bull market support band. And you can see in these yellow boxes here that are on the bottom, this is kind of what I'm imagining where we are at. So you see that there was a drop here, consolidation while pushing upwards before having that second drop. Drop here, consolidation pushing upwards, second drop. And then we have a little bit of a push up, which would be around this area. Potential a little bit of rejection, testing it once more, and then breaking over that bull market support band. And then we have a push up probably around here, 0.0007. And then it's possible to have that retracement and test the bull market support band before more consolidation and then pumping again. However, if Bitcoin just takes off, we could see this just blow right through this 0.0007 area. But removing this and adding in CM Guppy looks a little bit more fluid. I still think we are roughly in the same area. So you see these blue lines that I have posted vertically, kind of similar section of what's happening before a continuation up, hold over that 200 EMA. And when it holds above the 200 EMA, which would be right below this area that we have pasted with the yellow and black line, then we can see a continuation upwards towards 0.0019, a massive increase in price. However, Spell is a meme coin along with the others I will be talking about, and it has a very high price point up here, all the way at almost 3 cents. So when you drop a couple zeros, you gain some pretty insane profit. We just want to see it maintain a higher low here. So we could consider this somewhat a support. You could draw it lower, but that's almost horizontal. Something similar to this. And if we draw a trend line going, say here, down, that's what we need to be breaking. And we usually see when this breaks, we'll see a quick pump over that 200 EMA before a little bit of rejection, and ultimately would be forming a inverse head and shoulders. Left shoulder. Oh. That was all messed up. Sorry guys. Left shoulder. Head. Form out here. Right shoulder. Then take off. More or less. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for Spell. Now would not be a bad entry for that little bit of a ride up over that 200 EMA. However, that is not financial advice. Moving on over to Doge. Doge, as soon as it broke that 21 cent mark, we had that push up to 24 as we expected. A nice little profit within this area. And then we had that rejection trying to hold a higher high, pushed below, and then held support on that 200 EMA. Volume is pretty intense. It's picking up everywhere. And this could also be inverse head and shoulders forming out. And when it breaks 0.25, it's going to have that continuation of 0.29. So now would not be a bad entry, but I really would like to see a little bit more support on 0.24390. See if it goes a little lower at all, keeping the 200 EMA a little bit closer. Moving over to Bonk. Bonk had a major pump, and I was not in on that major pump, unfortunately. Actually, I think I was. I think I had like just a little bit in there. But when we're moving to CM Guppy instead of that bull market band, 618, we had the Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, push up, 618, tested that almost identical where we could expect that retracement, and now we got a little bit of a rejection. We'd like to see keep the 200 EMA a little bit closer so we can see BONK retrace a bit and test that 200 EMA before a continuation upwards, but hit the Fibonacci perfectly. Just keep an eye out on BONK. And then Floki's been pumping as well. Going back to CM Guppy. This is not a very informative chart, I'll tell you that. But we are getting a little wick off, but high volume over that 200 EMA. Let's see if there's another one that gives it more information. So with this, 618 retracement is 0.00023 on Floki, and it has that nice pump to this upper side with a massive retracement. Tries to let people get out before ultimately tanking, but now we see the W formation forming. Holding over the 200 EMA is very good. If we can hold above 0.00012, we can see a continuation upwards towards that 0.0002 price tag, which is about 74% increase. Not bad. Just keep in mind these are all meme coins, so keep an eye out on Floki. We may see a little bit more consolidation, and you can be putting your money elsewhere, somewhat like Doge, maybe a little bit better, but not financial advice. And then Toshi's been looking real nice. It's building more and more momentum upwards. Broke out of that downward wedge, held it as support, started building upward trend line, and is testing that 0.0007, which is actually the 618 Fibonacci retracement, and it's holding support right at the 0.5 area. So if we can hold above this black upward trend line right here, zoom in, this one, then we can expect it to have a continuation upward. However, keep in mind it is wicking off. So that's it for today. Like and subscribe if you want. All references for next Seagrass free airdrop next month, Coinbase and KuCoin, are in the description below. Good luck, have fun with it.